This is Land of Havilah, Proverbs 12. Each of the 28 verses stands alone as a self-contained proverb with no relation to the verse before it or after it. Verse 1. Whoever loves correction loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. Comment, we should love to be corrected. If we hate it, we're stupid. Verse 2. A good man shall obtain favor from Yahweh, but he'll condemn a man of wicked plans. Comment, God gives favor to the good man and condemns the wicked man. Verse 3. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. Comment, righteousness puts us on solid ground and wickedness on shaky ground. By the one we'll be established, by the other we won't be. Verse 4. A worthy woman is the crown of her husband, but a disgraceful wife is as rottenness in his bones. Comment, marriage can be a very good decision or a very, very bad one. Moral character is an absolute must. Verse 5. The thoughts of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful. Comment, the thoughts of the righteous are just. A wicked man tries to do a con job on you. Verse 6. The words of the wicked are about lying in wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues them. Comment, the wicked man plans an ambush. The upright man tells how to avoid an ambush. Verse 5. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous shall stand. Comment, the wicked perish, the righteous remain. Verse 8. A man shall be commended according to his wisdom, but he who has a warped mind shall be despised. Comment, a wise man is commended, a crooked man is despised. Verse 9. Better is he who is little known and has a servant than he who honors himself and lacks bread. Comment, better is the humble man who doesn't brag about his wealth than the flashy man who actually has nothing. It's better to be than to seem. That's the official North Carolina state motto, by the way, esse quam videre, which means to be rather than to seem. Verse 10. A righteous man respects the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Comment, a righteous man's compassion extends even to animals, but a wicked man has no compassion at all. Verse 11. He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread, but he who chases fantasies is void of understanding. Comment, in your work life, do something practical rather than chasing fantasies, and you won't go hungry. Verse 12. The wicked desires the plunder of evil men, but the root of the righteous flourishes. Comment, the wicked thinks he'll flourish with ill-gotten gain, but the righteous just flourish. Verse 13. An evil man is trapped by sinfulness of lips, but the righteous shall come out of trouble. Comment, an evil man's mouth gets him in trouble, but the righteous is delivered from trouble. Verse 14. A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth. The work of a man's hands shall be rewarded to him. Comment, it's satisfying to say the right thing with the mouth. It's rewarding to work with the hands. Verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he who's wise listens to counsel. Comment, a fool assumes he's right and won't listen to correction. A wise man will at least listen. Verse 16. A fool shows his annoyance the same day, but one who overlooks an insult is prudent. Comment, when insulted, don't get annoyed right away. Overlook it, but if it keeps on, then decide how you should respond. Verse 17. He who's truthful testifies honestly, but a false witness lies. Comment, don't believe everything you hear. Honest people are honest, and liars lie. Verse 18. There's one who speaks rashly like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise heals. Comment, rash words are wounding, wise words heal. Verse 19. Truth's lips will be established forever, but a lying tongue is only momentary. Comment, a truthful person will be established forever. The liar is on short time. Verse 20. Deceit is in the heart of those who plot evil, but joy comes to the promoters of peace. Comment, evildoers are filled with deceit, a peacemaker will be filled with joy. Verse 21. No mischief shall happen to the righteous, but the wicked shall be filled with evil. Comment, there will be stability for the righteous and calamities for the wicked. Verse 22. Lying lips are an abomination to Yahweh, but those who do the truth are his delight. Comment, God can't stand the false and delights in the true. Verse 23. A prudent man keeps his knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaim foolishness. Comment, the sage keeps quiet and fools keep talking. Would that nature were the other way around. Verse 24. The hands of the diligent ones shall rule, but laziness ends in slave labor. Comment, the diligent will be rulers in the end, and the lazy will be slaves. Verse 25. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs it down, but a kind word makes it glad. Comment, anxiety there is also translated heaviness and sorrow, and kind is also translated good. So it could be sorrow in a man's heart weighs him down, but an encouraging word lifts him up. Verse 26. A righteous person is cautious in friendship, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. Comment, a righteous person is cautious in friendship because he doesn't want to be influenced into wickedness. Verse 27. The slothful man doesn't roast his game, but the possessions of diligent men are prized. Comment, some men are so lazy they'd rather eat their game raw than take the time to roast it, but a diligent man appreciates what he has and keeps his possessions in good order. Verse 28. In the way of righteousness is life, in its path there is no death. Comment, righteousness gives a person life, never death. That's the end of the chapter. As a note to the listener, please remember you can find our Land of Havilah content on YouTube, by podcast, or at our website, landofhavilah.net. Proverbs 13 is next.